Right, joined by Dartford manager Steve King after Welling nil, Dartford 3. Firstly, Steve, what are your thoughts?
Fantastic all-round performance. I felt we controlled majority of the game. Some of our passing was fantastic at times, keeping the ball for 10, 15 passes and committing them into fouls and frustration. I think Darren McQueen, they couldn't handle him today, or Elliott in behind the pace that we showed. We felt where we could get in, and we got in where we felt we could get in.
Obviously, yeah, like you say, a strong performance from Darren. We know from inside that he can do things like that, but it was nice to see that come off today, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's got to believe in himself. He's a good young lad, still young, and he's got capabilities of scoring goals every single game. And a little bit like Elliot Romain scoring for fun. He's unplayable at times. Once he gets on the shoulder and he's in behind you, it's all then about his finishing. You see the brilliance of him, and then you see the one he could have scored for the hat trick. But all in all, they're doing what we asked them to do today.
Yeah, a special mention to the midfield three of Jordan Winter, Billy Crook, and Tyreek Hyde. I thought they were fantastic this afternoon.
Yeah, they set the platform, didn't they? And we changed the shape a little bit, and we knew that pace could hurt them. So we went with Elliott and Marsh Brown and Macca, and backed up by the three behind. Billy got on the ball a lot. Jordan Winter was covering a lot of ground, as Tariq was outstanding as well.
And that's exactly the people probably can argue that we didn't deserve to lose against Concord at the weekend. That's exactly the response you wanted to see from the boys.
Yeah, but I just said in there to them now, I said, like, what are you doing? You can give performances like that. You can't go and give another 5 out of 10 next game. You can't go from there to there, like a heart rate monitor going up and down, up and down. They can't. I told them in there, you're letting yourself down if you do that again. We can all lose games, but it's how the manner you lose the games. And I just felt we were flat against Concord. We didn't deserve to lose. Obviously, we missed the penalty. We should have had another penalty. But we were flat against them. And I just felt the energy was back today. And their passing was crisp. And we caused a lot of problems. And most of the chances we had, we finished as well. So for me, that's a real positive to come away in a local derby and get a clean sheet and 3 goals.
And like you're saying, with the performances over the past few games and quite a few games coming up now in the next 12 days, important to start keeping some consistency, isn't there?
Yeah, I said I don't want a lot of averages. We're going to draw the next game. It's a win, lose, draw. Win, lose, draw. We've got to break the cycle. So, there's a winnable game coming up. But listen, everyone can beat anyone. And I'm well aware of that. We drop our standards, Tunbridge are going to beat us. If we play to that intensity and that sort of level, we'd be hard to beat, But I need to know what team is going to turn up next game.
And obviously, fans behind the goal showed real good appreciation for yourself and the team. That was really nice to hear, wasn't it?
As they always have done. They got to realise, and they do realise, that we're a work in progress and it's going to take time. And sometimes we lose and they get upset. We all get upset. I get upset. I go home and I carry it to the next game. It's difficult being a football manager, trust me. It's the emotions are up, down, and you take it home with you as well. So for me, we've left them on a high with a derby game, 3-0. But listen, we've got to go again in 7 days' time, and they ain't going to want to let that happen again. So I predict the next one to be even tougher.
Yeah, obviously it was added to the fact today that you were coming back here. And what was quite interesting was that their manager wasn't here today. What did you make of that?
Quite surprised, really, if I'm honest. I just think it's a local derby. You've got 4 games in 7 days, and the manager's on holiday. That's his business. That's his football club, and he can run the club how he wants to run the club. But that's down to them.
And on to Saturday, back to Prince's Park. Another Kent derby at Tunbridge.
Yeah,
it's important to build on it.
Yeah, it's going to be another tough game. Like I said, they've got some decent results of late, Tunbridge. So it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a tough game. But also, what I want to say is as well, I want to answer something, put something out there, because we at the moment have had a number of injuries that we've got back. A few are coming back slowly, and we're sending a couple out on loan here and there. we're working with a budget. We're working closely as a board, and Tony and myself really closely. The budgets, we're there. We're where we need to be with the budget. It's fantastic. I've heard a few little whispers here and there. Sanchez Ming has come for more money. Sanchez Ming, straight, has been come to me. He played for me before. I brought him to Welling Football Club, and he's come to me for less money than what he was on at Welling. And I wanted to say that it's a point because I was a little bit disappointed in things that I've heard didn't need to be spoken about. Sanchez, I gave Sanchez a contract till the end of the season. He didn't have a contract at Welling, and as soon as we made the official approach, he was offered then a longer term contract, but he didn't want to. He made the decision in his heart that he wanted to come away. He didn't want to train once a week. He wanted to train at a club that's, hopefully going to push forward. So I just wanted to close that one on Sanchez, really, because, like I said, you can't ever stop things being said. But we're working very tightly within a budget, and that's how Dartford run the ship, and I bought into that, and that's exactly where we are. The board and Tony have worked ever so hard to back us when we've needed to have the backing because we've had short numbers, and they've backed us, and slowly but surely we're getting people back, and we know when we send people out we balance things up, and that's what we do.
And building on what you said about Sanchez, and not just Sanchez, and players that have come to Dartford so far since you've been here, it's clear to see from inside the club and fans alike that you are building a real project, and people are wanting to come and play for Steve King, aren't they?
Yeah, people. Yeah, that's. I've built relationships with players. That's what's happened over the years, and Sanchez is no different. I brought Sanchez to Welling, and as soon as I got the job at Dartford, Sanchez wanted to come over, but I'd already signed Jordan Gibbons, so we left it at that. And then Jordan obviously had to leave because of the distance of travelling was too much for him, and then I put a 7-day in for Sanchez. That was as simple as it was.